drama in boxing's lightweight division between Ryan Garcia, Roley Romero, and Devin Haney. Quote from Romero: "Watch Ryan duck me after I've been partying for the last 7 months. I don't even need a training camp to spank that, you know what." So, right off the bat, first impressions, why has he been partying for the last 7 months? Why hasn't he been focused in the gym, training, looking for another target, looking to stay active? Why has he sort of decided to, I'm going to rest on my laurels and my name value as it is? I'm not going to try to improve my name value. I'm going to leave it as it is. I just fought Tank Davis. I went longer than people expected me to. Granted, I got knocked the fuck out by Tank Davis, but I lasted longer than people expected me to. You know what I mean? I'm in there with him. I showed that you know, I'm in the same ring as him. I can compete as him. It's not like I'm a boxer that's never fought a great fighter. You could say, hey, I fought Tank Davis. Hats off to Roley Romero for that. But then he goes on and fights Ismael Barroso, who is 40 years old, from Venezuela, and certainly a tough guy, no question about it. But at the same time, he was set up to win that fight. Roley was set up to win that fight. And Roley sort of underperformed. Didn't sort of, he did underperform. It was a questionable stoppage, something that needs to be talked about more as the year comes to an end. It was just odd. Roley was losing the fight. He was kind of getting beat up. And, Barroso was tough. He was taking his shots too. He would take one to give one type of a thing. But it was a dogfight. And this guy, this old veteran, this 40-year-old in there against someone in his 20s, he's putting it on him. He's putting it on this guy. And then out of nowhere, like, Roley lands like one combo or something, and then the ref stops it. It was like, what? What the hell? The guy didn't even get dropped or anything like that. Um, if I'm saying this wrong, leave it in the comment section below. But I'm pretty sure this is how it happened. I have not watched the fight since it first happened. So there you go. But this is all offhand memory. Now, my point is, why has he not been training for the last 7 months? Why has he decided to not say, you know what, I'm going to take another fight against another someone. I'm going to go out there, beat him. Is it because he's not trying to get exposed further and he wants to, again, hold on to that name value so he could propel himself in a fight with Ryan Garcia, propel himself in a fight with Devin Haney? He's got to do a lot more to get in there with Devin Haney. But you guys get what I'm saying. Then Ryan Garcia goes on to say, I'm sorry, Rollies. You and your team work way too slow and you were way too indecisive. I didn't know if you wanted to box or vacation. He spelled too wrong as well. And too slow. He's 0 for 2 on the twos. 0 for 2 on the twos is Ryan Garcia. He goes on to say, Devin Haney and I are in negotiations. Respect that. I'm not entertaining anything. Thanks. Devin Haney says, see you soon, pal, to which Ryan says, this has been a long time coming. So let's unpack this. First and foremost, Ryan Garcia is not going to beat Devin Haney. Okay, he's going to go in there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be Ryan Garcia. It's going to be the popular guy. It's going to be, can he do it? You know what I mean? It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be entertaining. I will watch it. You will watch it. It's what boxing needs, more of those fights. But in terms of on a skill level, I've always said this since the beginning. It's documented. I've made videos about it. Ryan Garcia is the weakest link of Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Vasil Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. Out of all these guys, Ryan Garcia is at the bottom of the ranks in terms of skill. In terms of star power and who you want to see and, interest and ability to garner other people's interests, like to get the casuals involved, like in terms of ability to market and sell, it's Ryan Garcia. It's Ryan Garcia, number one. Devin Haney has done, Gervonta Davis has done a great job of closing that gap. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while. I will after this when I do the hashtag Ryan Garcia and all that stuff. That's one of the metrics I go by. So it's one of those things. And plus pay-per-view buys. And there's a reason why Gervonta Davis picked Ryan Garcia. There's a reason why. Ryan Garcia, in terms of promotability and marketability and all these things, He's up there. He's number one. But in terms of skill, I view him as the weakest link until Roley Romero stepped into the scene. Roley Romero stepped into the scene, and I think Ryan's got a guy he could beat. I think that's who he should be focusing on. That's the fight that I want to see. That's the fight that I think is, I would give Roley a chance in that fight as well. I think he could hit. I think he could hit Ryan hard. I think he could possibly buckle Ryan, drop Ryan. It'd be very interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if Ryan could develop that defense of his. If maybe he catches him with that left hook coming in. The same way your boy did. The same way Gervonta did with the right hand. Maybe Ryan could do it with the left. It's the fight that needs to happen. It's the fight to make. It's the fight that makes sense. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney don't make sense. Devin Haney is the champion. Devin Haney should be fighting Gervonta Tank Davis. Devin Haney should not be fighting Ryan Garcia. How has Ryan Garcia even earned? How has he even earned it? You get what I'm saying? He hasn't. He won his last fight, right? He lost to Tank Davis. I think you could say he quit in that fight, right? I think he had the ability to stand up and take more of a beating. I just think he didn't. I have a video on that as well in the past. I think he is coming off of that, and he had a performance recently. You could say he looked good in it. It was against another, whatever fight, and he tried out some shoulder roll stuff. To me, that's not enough to warrant a Devin Haney shot. That's not enough to warrant not just a shot at Devin Haney, but the fans to actually sit there and take the fight serious. I mean, what? And then that's another thing, because when Devin defends the title and does that with Garcia and everything, they're gonna add that as part of Devin's story and be like, oh, how do I put this? Oh, another title defense for Devin Haney. He beat Ryan Garcia, all these things. But it's like he should have been fighting this guy. He should have been fighting Shakur. He should have been fighting Tank. He should have been fighting... You get what I mean? And it's boxing, and there's a bunch of promoter politics and everything. So, there's reasons why these fights don't happen. But I'm just saying, that's the fight I want to see. I want to see Devin Haney not focus on Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, to me, has not proven himself to even be in the stratosphere of Devin Haney. Or Lomachenko. How about that? You know what I mean? Make Ryan Garcia fight Lomachenko. You don't want that to happen. I promise you don't want that to happen. You get what I'm saying? You made Devin Haney fight Lomachenko. You made Teofimo fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko's been the measuring stick, right? Let's call it what it is. Let's have Ryan Garcia. Let's see where he ranks against Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko eats him alive. I think he eats him alive. And it's Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't do that because you're not trying to do Lomachenko versus Devin Haney too. It's a mess. But I want to see the fights. I want to see the fights, all the fights, the matchups, everything. I think what's next is Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis. They're trying to drag it out. They're doing what boxing does. And, it's just, the fight's got to be made when it's time to make them. Because there'll be more fights to make down the line. You don't hold the fight, keep a fight, and, garner it, and, the precious, and, 15 years go by, and now you have Floyd, Manny Pacquiao, and it's like, bro, they're old now. It's not the same. You have Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Errol Spence been in a car accident. It's just different now. It's, Kell Brook, Amir Khan. Oh, what are we doing? It's just not the same. And it's cool that we still get them. All of those fights were fun. All of those fights, you would watch. But they need to be made now. That's when you get the most out of it, and that's what I want to see. So I want to see Ryan Garcia versus Roley Romero and Devin Haney versus Gervonta Tank Davis. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you agree, disagree, it does not matter. Just join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you. You are appreciated.